Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Colon, and joining me on this episode of the EAC Show, we got the lovable loser, Levon Harvey. Hopefully this year, Levon, we're going to get that lovable loser tag passed off to somebody else. I feel like you got to run in you with some of these games coming up. Real talk.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's a tag that just sticks with me, but we all know that I got the juice and I do what I do. I do it well. You know what I mean?
Out of the 20 years in this industry, doing some of this stuff for a very, very long time, Levon, I know you could get hot. I've seen it firsthand. So
absolutely.
I know you could get hot. But
I'm gonna make it right. Let's make these wrongs my rights now. Let's do it.
I ain't worried about that. So let's talk about some of the sports that's going on. I know we wanted to talk about MLB All-Star. We wanted to talk about the NBA Finals, obviously, and we'll touch on a little bit of what's going on with the Olympics and whether it's fair or not fair that some of these athletes aren't going to be able to participate. So tell me what you thought about the MLB Home Run Derby. You got the All-Star game on right now. The as we're watching it right now, the American League is winning 4-1 over the National League. But tell me what you thought about the festivities and everything that happened with the Home Run Derby.
It's kind of crazy. I've missed the last couple of years of Home Run Derby, or I peeked at it or so. But yesterday, for the first time in I want to say like 6-7 years, I was locked in, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ohtani's been the headline of the All-Star break, to be honest. And I knew he wasn't gonna win. It was too much hype. But seeing him at the plate, and it's funny because as he was playing ball, I know enough to know that the MLB did not want him to go through what he went through. That's all I was thinking. Oh my gosh, the extra at bats. He's getting tired. He's getting gassed. Well, it was fun to see, man. Overall, I love all these fresh faces. And these guys wanna play. They want to be in the Home Run Derby. They want to win it. Your man's won the Home Run Derby again. I think he's one of 4 guys that have won it. Multiple actually. I think maybe the only one or second that does back to back.
Yeah.
But man, it's fun to see, man. They take it serious. That's what I like to see, man. They're having fun, but they're taking it serious because they want to win. So
I was happy for Pete. I thought the Home Run Derby was dope. Trey Mancini doing his thing. Obviously, Trey Mancini, a cancer survivor.
Yeah.
He made it to the finals. He couldn't match Pete. Pete was just on a roll. Pete, he lives for it. He likes it a lot. Put it this way: Pete made more money last night winning the Home Run Derby than he's gonna he's gonna make the whole year playing.
It's a mill, right?
Yeah. So he still gets chump change almost in a sense for MLB players. So
don't worry.
He made more money last night than anything else. But I wanted to address something that I saw, and this is the most cornballish, derelict, bonehead shit I've ever heard of in my life, with Stephen A. Smith basically complaining about how Shohei Ohtani or Major League Baseball cannot have a face of baseball that needs an interpreter to translate for him. Now, he came out and apologized. Let me state that. He came out and apologized. He said sorry. But that is the most asinine shit I have ever heard in my life. And I'm going to explain why. That goes to show you how outdated and disconnected a lot of these people are with this sport. This sport is a world sport. People from the Dominican Republic, people from Italy, people from all over the world, Japan, Korea, they play baseball. Period.
Absolutely.
If the guy doesn't speak English, that's okay. It's not just to a demographic here in the United States. That's why basketball wins so much when it comes to global marketing, because they don't care if you need a translator. Yao Ming is in the Basketball Hall of Fame, and he barely speaks English. Like, no one
cares. Man. Adjust.
He damn got to adjust.
And the thing is, as you said, he came out and apologized. A written apology. I didn't see his show today, but I'm sure he took a moment to break down his apology on the show as well. But at the end of the day, these guys, and again, I mean, in his defense, I mean, these guys say millions of words per day, thousands of words.
So say less.
And sometimes, sorry.
So say less.
Correct. But that's a mistake he made, and he knows he made the mistake. So he was actually able to. He took full ownership of it. But again, that does show how he really feels, though. That's the thing about it. And even though his apology may be accepted, that shows how he really feels. But that's silly, though, because to be honest, he's the talk of the town. I love the youth, but for somebody to be able to pitch and hit, we've all heard it before, and he's good at both. I mean, it's super dope. And I think he's completely wrong. absolutely wrong. So,
I think one day I hope we get big enough to where we can have our platform and be able to express our opinions, express our opinions to people, and they could debate whether we agree or we disagree with our opinions. But I'm never going to shut somebody out or try to take away from what they're doing to a specific sport that I enjoy watching and betting on because they don't speak the proper language that in the country that we live in. And get the hell out of here with that. If anything, you know what? If anything, we need to get a step up and we need to learn other languages because there are going to be so many damn people living in this country soon that we need to speak English, French, Italian, Spanish, German. Yep. You're going to need to learn to speak everything.
I agree. So stupid comment on his part, plain and simple.
Who did you have winning the home run derby?
Last night in the back of I knew Ohtani wasn't going to win, but I did think the hometown hero was going to win in Trevor Story. I thought he was going to win.
Story had no chance. I mean,
yeah, I know. I mean, because I love his swing, and it was home court, so I went with Story. I did not think Pete would repeat, to be honest.
Everybody was on Soto.
Were they?
Everybody was on Soto.
No.
Soto, I think Soto got blown out when they went to like the triple overtime where they had to do 3 swings or whatever. I think
he beasted that though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, all 3. Didn't even need it. I mean, Ohtani did it. He was 1 and out. All 3. That was awesome.
Yeah,
but
that was
I didn't have to
watch. I mean, Ohtani got through the first inning clean.
Yeah, he did. and can you clarify? I saw the manager mention the league making a tweak, but I didn't completely understand or hear what he said. What was that?
Basically saying that they're gonna get rid of these 7-inning doubleheaders. They're gonna go back to basically normal baseball, no more runner on second or whatever. They did that just to speed up the game, but they're getting so much backlash from purists and traditionalists that want the game to stay the same way. The truth of the matter is this, man. Guys are just going to have to hit better. It's just factual. Guys are just going to have to hit better. They're going to have to put the ball in play. I know it's not what get guys paid, Levon, the long balls will get guys the big contracts and stuff like that. But the reality of it is if you want the game to speed up, man, you got to put the ball in play.
Plain and simple. And yeah, that was kind of cornballish to me anyway. So I'm glad that they're through with that. So
before the All-Star game started, I mean, actually it's going on right now. Still 4-1 in the 6th. Who did you have winning this game?
I'll be honest with you. I didn't choose a side. I was actually reflecting on just looking at the lineup, and I remember watching this game like 20 years ago. Seriously, I really do. And I always told myself, I remember always telling myself, I wonder if any of these guys will still be playing in 20 years. I remember asking myself that. And now that I'm watching the game and there's all these faces, even the sons of guys that I used to watch before, I'm super pumped. Like I love seeing how much fun these guys are having. And I told myself too, my brother, I was talking to him earlier. I said, you know what, Tatis is going to try too hard. He's going to try to homer. And he's been doing that. He did that his first 2 at bats. He got under him just by a little bit. And he knows it too, So man. I see Vlad's pumping him out right now. He actually 3 RBIs, I believe. Or Tatis, no, 2.
Tatis he's extraordinary to watch, man. I'm digging the uniforms for both teams. I'm really digging the uniforms for both teams. And shout out to Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who had the best glove I have ever seen. He had a glove with the picture of him and his father when he was a little kid.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't know whether it's painted or whether it's some way
custom piece for sure, though. Yeah. Tell you, man, these guys are more creative too. I mean, they get more money, they're more creative, they're more friendly. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, man. So,
but that's the thing that people were asking and begging for before. It was like, yo, let all this stuff happen. Let these guys get creative. Let them show a little bit of their personality with their gloves and their shoes and their swag and, mic up the field. Let them talk that smack. Because that's what we want to hear. That's what we want. We want that access more than anything else. It's too fucking expensive to go to the ballpark, so you might as well at least give us something to watch.
Yeah, entertain us, man. And not to put a damper to things, but unfortunately, we lost a good one for the year, man, in Acuna. And he's so good. He's entertaining. He's super dope for his clubhouse, his team. Like they were kind of struggling, but the teams always bounce back. But that's a huge loss for Braves. But yeah, man, I guess he has to look forward to next year.
Yeah,
Torn ACL.
Yeah, torn ACL. That shit sucked, man. It was.
He's one of the guys we love to watch, or I love to watch at least. I do tune in.
That's somebody that you watch either on TV or you go to the ballpark and you pay the price of admission to watch that boy.
Absolutely. His boy Freeman's there. He started the game, I believe. And Freeman's awesome too. But again, that new era, that youth that we have in right now, he's a part of that. He's a part of that wave, and you know, I wish him speedy recovery for sure.
I had the American League winning, so far it's going my way. But let's get to the NBA. NBA Finals. 2-1 Phoenix. Devin Booker had probably the worst game, maybe all season, in Game 3 in Milwaukee. Giannis is killing it on a leg and a half. He doesn't even have 2 full healthy legs, and he is falling out of his mind. I think it ends up being tied up. I think Milwaukee wins Game 2. Cameron and I touched base on this last week because Cameron has a really big cojones bet on Phoenix to win, like some ridiculous, like $50 to win like 4,000 or something like that. And then he hedged it. He hedged it a little bit, so he's gonna
absolutely.
What do you mean absolutely? I wouldn't do that shit.
Why not? As you should hedge it. Why not hedge it? I mean,
I'm not a hedging type of guy. I've never been a hedging type of guy.
50 to win $4,000, like you can afford to shave off a couple $1,000 if you got a big bet on Bucks. I was betting people, or I was at least putting the bets out that Game 3 was just the lock of the century. And I mean, I would have bet my sons up on that game that the Bucks were going to win Game 3. I'm serious. That was an easy call. Game 4, I don't feel as convinced at all. I do have Phoenix winning the series in 6. I do believe Phoenix wins this game, Game 4. Bucks win Game 5, and then Phoenix wins Game 6. That's how I see it going.
4-2, Mike Zunino 5-1. Mike Zunino just hit a home run for the American League.
Okay.
So the line is -4. I'm gonna take Milwaukee. I'm gonna take Milwaukee again -4 in that basketball game in Game 4. I think Giannis has another big game, and
Milwaukee's -4.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking that 4 easy. +4. I'm taking the points for sure. But Giannis has been showing out, man. That just shows, man, like he's putting up 40 burgers, you know what I'm saying, double doubles, and he's really showing out. So, and the thing is, he has to keep on doing that. You know, they blew out Phoenix Game 3. That was a lot, but he's gonna need to show out. He's gonna have to play MVP ball, and he's gonna need something from his other pieces, Middleton and Holiday. That's what's gonna have to happen.
LeVon, I get a lot of people that come to me, right? And a lot of people talk, and a lot of people be like, oh, if I was 7 foot, I'd be able to do what Giannis do too, blah, 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 blah. You guys got this shit really fucked up to think that you could do what Giannis does. There's no way.
No, it's not that easy, man. This game is so difficult. Look, I went to the HBCU, man. Real quick, 10-second story, a little longer. I was able to sit close to this HBCU game. I'm seeing 2 teams play. I don't play ball, but I went out to watch. I said, yo, this defense these guys are playing is locked down. He's be watching on TV. It looks cupcake, right? Oh, you shoot the ball or open. It's simple. I couldn't believe in HBCU. We're not talking Division 1 or Division. I'm watching this game like, yo, I would not even be able to dribble it past half court the way these guys are playing defense. Because I'm watching the game. I can't even imagine how it is in person, D1 or NBA, like D-League. No, there's no way. Like, this is not a baby sport, man. This is a man's game. And Giannis has put on some weight too. They're showing a lot of his when he got drafted. He looked baby face, baby. Giannis is stacked now, and sometimes he's struggling throughout the game. He can't get in the post. He can't shoot for nothing. So this shows you, man. This game's real, man.
Listen, I admire Giannis came out, I think it was a couple of days ago, and acknowledged the fact that when he first met Chris Middleton, he couldn't stand him because they used to fight for minutes back and forth when they were younger, when they were rookies. And now he said the day Chris Middleton retires, he's gonna cry. That goes to show you the competitive spirit inside of him, you know, like really sitting there saying, oh, look, that's my competition right now. I can't stand him, you know, I hate him, like, you know what I mean? And now their teammates, and they never pretty much come off the floor, and Giannis is like, man, I can't do without him. The definition of what Giannis does, or Giannis brings, is everything you want in a player. Like, he's a team player, he's not selfish. He's hard worker, he's strong, you know. Yes, is his jump shot consistent? No, but he's everything you want to play with.
Yes, correct. Now, again, like I said, inner player, correct. Obviously, there's parts of his game where he can definitely improve. But I agree. I agree.
So I got Milwaukee and you got Phoenix +4?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it goes back to Phoenix tied 2-2 because a series is not a series until the home team loses a game. So I don't think Milwaukee's going to lose.
Yeah.
Home yet.
Phoenix pulled this off, and then it's do or die, and they win Game 5. I believe that game would be in Phoenix, right?
So you're saying that Phoenix is going to win in 5?
No. I'm saying Phoenix is gonna win game 4, and then it's gonna be do or die for the Bucks, and they're gonna win Game 5.
Nah, I don't know. All right, we'll see. We'll see. We'll touch base next week and we'll see.
Yeah, Phoenix is 6.
I got Milwaukee and you got Phoenix, so I'm
yes.
on -4 and you're on +4.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then let's talk about this coming up. The 2021 Olympics. The Olympics were actually supposed to be held last year, but obviously because of the COVID pandemic, that wasn't possible. There's a couple of people that have dropped out. I saw Osaka dropped out. Roger Federer said he wouldn't go. Nadal said he wouldn't go. There's been a couple players that are literally just not interested in the Olympics at all. We also have the sprinter Richardson, I think her name is Sherry. Is it Sherry Richardson?
Yeah.
Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm sorry. People come up to me and they speak to me about it and they say, "Look, Ian, what's your opinion on it? You know, there's only a little bit of weed, this, then, a third." And this is what I say about it, LeVon, to hear me out. If that girl's mother was alive, God rest her soul, may she rest in peace. That girl's mother probably would have slapped the shit out of her for making that badass decision. Like, you can't do that. You can't train for 3.5, 4 years of your life and risk it. You know the rules. You know what the rules are. The rules are for the same for everybody. Everybody. My mother, my dad, they would have beat the daylights out of me if I would have did that dumb shit. So it's a bad choice. It's not the worst thing in the world, you know. It's not, you know, and some people argue it. Some people argue that weed can be a performance enhancing drug because weed is different for everybody. It's not like it just puts you to sleep. Weed can be something that helps you, you know, heal faster for certain people. It depends. It has a different reaction to different people. So for me, I just feel like, yo, she broke the rule. She knew what the rule was. Punishment fits the crime. It is what it is. You risked it. There's nothing they can do about it.
Nothing. And you and I both know some people that when it comes to weed, it can get the brain rolling. It can get you active. We know a few people like that. They're at their best. They perform at their highest level. But I agree with you 100%. In a couple words, you know the rules. That's it. Like I said, you know, rest in peace to her mother, whoever passed. But you know the rules. And my biggest thing for her is that she got some notoriety. She's still popular now. But what she did was she took millions of dollars out of her pocket. That's what she did. Because
that's the Olympics, good ass weed.
Man, we already know these Olympics. Not they pay big money, but we all know the Olympics is what takes the winning the Olympics is what comes in between them. Those 4 years, the sponsorships, the little tournaments in between. Like, you know, being popular is cool. She'll be invited to places and she'll get paid for a couple gigs. But when you got those gold pieces on your neck, you're able to pull it up. That's where you get the guap. So, I mean, bigger than her getting. I mean, it all kind of.
It's world stunting. It's called world stunting. When you have an Olympic gold medal, you can go anywhere in the world and stunt. Because anytime they say your name, they have to attach.
Olympic gold
medalists to it.
Yeah, it's really your key card into wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Red carpets, all that, everything, man. You get invited everywhere. You get all the perks, you get all the swag, everything. But that's what it really costs her in the long run. So because people aren't really tripping about the weed thing. It is what it is. It's a topic, but you cost yourself millions, sweetheart, and that's the biggest thing for me.
Also, to the people on her team that allowed this to happen, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like, real talk. You know, in every sport, these guys get tested. And when they get tested like this. We're going to test you guys, so make sure you're clean. And then they test you, and then you test negative, and they don't test you again. So why would you risk the 4 years of training on just smoking weed.
Oh my God.
Then you get stereotyped because you're African American. This is basically what they do, blah, 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 blah. Like, sweetie, I love you to death. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're gonna talk, they're gonna talk more about this and how great you are. It's retarded.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate.
But other than that, man, I'll be honest with you. I really enjoyed the MLB All-Star Weekend. What's his name? Cameron. Sorry, Cameron and I discussed it on last week's show. Was the McGregor-Poirier fight? Did you see McGregor's leg, fam?
I'm sorry. I'm being very selfish, man. When it happened, I was looking at the TV for the next 45 minutes, hoping that something would just. I wanted more. But let's get back into the sympathetic mode. Man, that looked terrible. That looked terrible, and I don't care what people want to say, man. That's a W for Dustin. He was doing all that kicking. He said he heard something snap, which I believe him. Hey, man, I still want to see more. I was sitting there like, this can't be it. This can't be it.
Levon, Conor McGregor is the greatest fight promoter since Muhammad Ali, and I'm gonna explain to you why. My man's leg was snapped into two. He was sitting on the mat and he was talking about the fight. He was promoting the next fight. He was sitting there saying, this is an illegitimate win. It was a doctor's stop. No, we got to fight again. His leg is in two different directions, Levon.
Man. Oh, gosh. Man, that's... And DP wants some more too. He's like, nah, yo, you cross the line. Like, I ain't said nothing crazy about you, but you want to come talk about this. What did he say? Your wife was in my DMs. No. Your wife was in my DMs.
One piece of the leg was like this. The other piece of the leg was like this. It's
almost like he was. I can imagine the pain he felt later on the night or the next day, because it felt like it was just. He knew it was. He's numb to it. It's snap. It is what it is. But I'm gonna set this next fight up. I'm gonna talk my ish, and I'm gonna give him some form of entertainment since I couldn't get past the first. I got past the first round and stopped.
I would love to be a fly on the wall when Dana White is calling Conor McGregor and he's like, Conor, you one crazy son of a bitch. Like, your leg is literally to pieces. And you talking shit? That's crazy.
My gosh, man. But yeah, man. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm there for it. Part 3.5. Whatever you want to call it. I'm there.
Who did you have winning that fight? I had Conor.
I know. I had actually. We're taking shots. Me and my brother and a couple of friends and cousins. I had Dustin winning. I wanted Conor to win, but I was like, nah, Dustin's gonna.
I'm still gonna take Conor and fight 3.5 or fight 4. I'm still gonna take Conor.
Yeah, I'm taking Dustin.
I'm just here for all the shit he does before the press conferences. I'm here for all of it.
The walk, everything, ring walk,
everything. Everything without question. Well, Levon, I appreciate you joining me for this episode. I don't want to take too much of your time. Make sure you guys click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. And Levon will check you out next week. Appreciate it, Levon.
Yes, sir.